Vengeance.
Captain's log. We are arriving at the last known position of the USS Republic, which reported that it was under attack 12 hours ago.
Captain, the ship's sensors have picked up what appears to be a starship. Minimal life support, minimal engine power, and only 2 life forms, one on the bridge, the other in sickbay. Both appear to be gravely injured. It is the Republic.
Well, that's
Spock,
got a
come
bit of
with me.
chunk out of
Mr.
it.
Scott, you have the con.
I am preparing an information packet for Starfleet. Shall I send it or wait for you to return?
Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24. Wait until we get back. No sense giving Starfleet incomplete information. If anyone else arrives, beam us aboard and raise shields immediately. Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24.
That wasn't
My
good.
God, Jim, what kind of butcher would do something like this?
I don't know, Bones. We're too far from the Klingon and Romulan borders for it to be one of their ships.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk.
Kirk here. What is it, Scotty?
We picked up a distress signal. It appears a trading vessel is having a wee bit of trouble with their warp drive. What condition is the Republic in?
It's a mess, Scotty. Life support's functioning, but that's about it.
I've done a primary scan of the Republic's systems. Main and auxiliary power is out. Life support is stable. I also read that communications are operable.
Should we beam you back, Captain?
Do the sensors read any other ships in the sector?
Besides the trade vessel, this sector is clear, sir.
Mr. Scott, we will continue here. Assist the trade ship and return here. If we need assistance, we'll contact you.
You sure you'll be all right, Captain?
Yes, Scotty, just don't take too long. Kirk out. Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Jim, don't forget, there's another survivor on board. We've got to find him.
Save new game.
Well, isn't one of these supposed to be alive? Like 2 people, one on the bridge and one in the...
We're too late. This man must have died just a few moments ago.
Can you bring him back?
Punctured lung, nerve damage, brain damage, fractured arm and ribs. It's a miracle he lasted as long as he did. He's not coming back, Jim. They're dead, Jim. All of them.
So... Because... It's a tick down? Right, so we were on the bridge.
A molecular saw, the 23rd century equivalent of a hacksaw.
A hacksaw.
The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct.
This corridor leads to auxiliary control. It is a real mess.
He's dead, Jim.
You retrieve the molecular saw. This door leads to auxiliary control. The door is jammed shut.
Oh, okay.
This is the maintenance panel for the auxiliary control room door. The panel has been fastened shut with some kind of sealant.
We have a hat.
The molecular saw easily cuts through the beam, separating it from the hull. You pick up the beam. It's a little heavy, but you manage it.
This person's dead, Jim.
One of the many battered corridors of the USS Republic. It has seen better days, much better days. There is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2. One of the many battered... This is a length of heavy-duty insulated power cable. You've taken the cable. One of the many battered cords. This door leads to sickbay. This door leads to sick...
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good.
No, you won't get us.
Murata, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends for you. I trusted you.
It wasn't the Enterprise, Murata.
There's nothing more I can do.
Am I thinking it's someone with like a projection, or
There's nothing more I can do for her, Jim. He's dead, Jim. I can't bring him back.
ISS
There's nothing more I can do
Enterprise
for her,
from the
Jim.
You see the dead body of Brittany. Her life was cut short, and you won't stop until you find the persons responsible. Yet another crewman of the Republic whose life was unfairly abbreviated.
Abbreviated.
This is an empty hypodermic injector. This is the Republic's sick bay. Fortunately, power is still functioning here. You retrieve the medical drill.
Medical drill? What the hypodermic?
You pick up the empty hypodermic injector.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
That didn't work.
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no way to safely clear out the debris without a replacement.
Aha!
Captain, it would be
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
What do you mean nothing happens?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Okay. That's not working then.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Why can't I do that?
Nothing happens.
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no way to safely clear out the debris without a replacement.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Captain, the support beam...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I've got like a ball
Nothing
beam.
happens.
Come off it. Oh, that was ridiculous.
The ceiling appears stable. We should now be able to use Turbo Lift 2, Captain.
Like, that should not have taken that amount of working out to do. Engineering?
Captain, I'm picking up a functioning energy source in the immediate vicinity.
This corridor leads to the Republic's engineering section. A rather large pile of debris. These ladders are used when turbo lifts are unavailable. Unfortunately, it is blocked by debris and a small smoldering fire. A look of terror is still etched on the face of this crewman. This corridor leads to the...
I'm picking up a high-energy power source somewhere under the debris. I recommend caution, Captain.
Caution. I'm Kirk. What is caution?
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Doctor. It is a portable fusion power pack.
A few centimeters lower with that phaser and half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam...
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
This is the most powerful portable energy storage device ever developed by man. It is used to provide temporary power to small systems when main or auxiliary power is unavailable.
Can we get it?
You pick up the portable fusion power pack. These are the controls to the Republic's impulse engines. This is the fusion mixture regulator for the Republic's impulse engines. These are the controls to the Republic's impulse engines. This is the emergency power input port for the fusion mixture regulator. This is a junction box used for temporary rerouting of engineering circuits. This port is used to connect emergency power from the impulse engines to other systems if dedicated lines are damaged.
Okay.
This was the engineering section of the USS Republic. This is a standard storage closet.
In the cupboard. What's in the closet?
The closet opens, revealing a library of engineering technical journals. This is a canister of high-grade multipurpose oil, very useful for lubricating machinery.
Okay, thank you.
The oil canister is bolted to the hull and can't be taken.
Who bolts an oil canister to the hull?
You take the engineering technical journals.
Hang on a minute.
The hypo is now filled with multipurpose oil.
This is an engineering circuit junction box. It is used for temporary rerouting of power. Without using one of these devices set to the proper impedance, an overload can occur. It is illogical to use this machine before we have something connected to it.
Right, where was that auxiliary control? Into sick bay. No, we were in engineering.
A large piece of equipment has fallen through the ceiling. The area looks extremely unstable. Fortunately, the entry to the transporter room is near. A large piece of equipment has fallen through the ceiling. You pick up a length of cable.
Nothing to report, Captain. Surprisingly, the transporter controls have escaped damage. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Can we transport someone?
Spock, please check out the transporter.
The impulse engines are not generating any power for this system.
Let's get the engines online. Okay. No, engineering.
You connect a length of cable between the regulator circuits in the junction box.
Okay, and then...
You connect a length of cable between the impulse engine and the junction box.
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactors to melt down. We will have to do some research to determine the correct setting.
Oh, I've got those books. Can you use the books? Use the books.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Nothing happens.
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
Okay, I don't know.
Main computer banks. They appear to have been damaged. Main computer banks. They appear to have been damaged. The door is jammed shut. This is the maintenance panel for the auxiliary control room door. The panel has been fastened shut with some kind of sealant.
I saw it.
Nothing happens. The drill easily breaks through the seal of the panel. This is the maintenance panel for the auxiliary control room door. The panel opens easily.
Okay.
The debris is jammed in too tight.
What through?
A knot of debris is jamming the gear mechanism. The hypo is now filled with multipurpose oil. The oil seeps into and loosens the debris. The gears are completely cleared of debris. The panel is open.
We just use the door now?
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power. These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power. This is the impulse power allocation control. Indicators currently show no power output from the impulse engines. This is the impulse power. Indicators currently. These are Federation standard record decks. You take the record decks. This is a standard input-output slot for record decks. This is a standard input-output slot for record decks.
At the manual? Or is that the record deck?
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardane system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate. Captain's log. Stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by two unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector.
Nothing happens.
Captain's log. Stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck, we will be fully operational in a couple of days.
Captain's log. Stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us. Captain Patterson has been mortally wounded. We have sustained major damage to all systems. Impulse power is out. We cannot understand why.
There are no more log decks, Captain. Captain, I have examined the engineering journals. According to Chapter 18, we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
We know how to do the engines.
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now been restored, Captain.
Okay, you've got power. So...
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
There currently is no power being allocated to the weapons system. Even if there was a power source, the damage to the main computer is enough to prevent power allocation to that system.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Damage from the battle has disabled the ship's main computer.
Okay, Spock, fix the computer.
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
Alright, Geeky Engine Ensign PG. Use.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console.
Said linked tricorders, plural, right? These bones, tricorder.
Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
Okay.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Well, there's a ship up there.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
Captain, look! An Alassi ship.
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Weapons control is functioning properly. However, there appears to be a jam in the primary loading mechanism. Captain, the torpedo loading system is malfunctioning. To clear it, we will have to physically examine the mechanism. Currently, all turbolift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a hull breach. It is imperative that we get the weapons online.
Okay, but I thought you said that we should raise the shields.
With impulse power online and the tricorders perform...
Weapons. Shield. Transporter, sir.
Power allocated to transporter systems, sir.
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
Alright, you obviously want to raise the shield.
With impulse power online...
Weapons. Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Alassi, Captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks. Just try and get it. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks.
Maybe I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
to do?
Fascinating. A cloaked Elassie.
I'm not one to overlook strategic implications, Mr. Spock, but we can save that for another time.
So we need to get the weapons online, right?
Captain, do you suppose the Elassie might have used cloaking technology to project a false image of a ship the Republic would trust?
That is beyond the Elassie's capabilities, Ensign.
It must be a IFS.
Cloaked Elassie. I wonder who the old friend they mentioned is.
I don't know, Bones.
Turbo-lift access is blocked by an extremely high radiation level.
Don't have a tricorder anymore, do we?
These are the power conduits for the transporter system.
Right, that's a power conduit. We have the power generator.
Spock, would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been set to the photon torpedo loading bay.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Spock, please check out the transporter. Ensign Keege, I want you to beam into the torpedo bay and unjam the loading mechanism. If you don't succeed, we'll all be on permanent shore leave in an Elassie jail.
I'll do my best, sir.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that then.
Do it, Spock.
Just check out my backside while he's
beaming.
beaming.
I've reached the torpedo loading bay, Captain. It's not too badly damaged, fortunately.
What's causing the malfunction in the loading mechanism?
The inner loading door is stuck in a closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle is begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The door's open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back, Spock.
I did good, didn't I, sir?
Yes, you did.
No, you did well, Ensign.
I'm a security officer, not a grammarian.
A very efficient job, Captain.
Alright, so we go back to weapons. Yes? Right. Right.
With impulse power online and the tricorders perform...
Weapons.
Captain, the Elassie...
Let me save this.
Save new game.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Captain, the Elassie can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us if we lower them.
Okay. Let's check.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's subspace transmitter is out.
Right. We'll drop our shields, which they'll expect. They'll drop their shields.
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power.
Tricks.
Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to
Weapons.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassi ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
Oh dear. Poor Lassie.
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device. Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Ooh,
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another ship nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with him. Scotty, beam us back. We need to find that ship that attacked the Republic.
Aye, Captain.
Captain's log, stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you judge an entire culture. I understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Vardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Sensors indicate it is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies. Increase to warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet. Open hailing frequencies. Increase to warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet.
Captain, that ship, whoever it is slowing to warp 3 and plotting an intercept course toward us.
Captain, we're being hailed by the enemy ship.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Bradell of the Verdane Defense Force. You do remember me, don't you, Captain?
I remember you. 10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship? You have 10 seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire. You won't get away with this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation. How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship? You won't get away with this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation.
If your Republic was any indication, your fleet will be good for nothing except target practice. Weapons Master Breen, lock phasers on target.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Keep quiet.
Save new game.
Slow down.
There are several Alassi ships closing rapidly along with our twin. It seems Bradell has called up reinforcements.
We'll see it. Where are you all?
Target analysis on.
What's the other two? The boat.
Target analysis on.
Well, that's over.
Duplicate Enterprise indeed. That alien contraption was no match for the real thing.
What if the Vardain have more Constitution-class vessels?
The Federation will blockade Vardain until they agree to destroy their weapons facilities and all non-authorized ships.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the destruction of the USS Republic and evaluate your performance at 95%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim. We have reviewed your overall performance for this year at 53%, Enterprise. A competent performance, Captain. You have met Starfleet standards that we expect out of a starship captain. Good luck on future missions.
Well, that was a rather underwhelming evaluation.
Yes.
It was a logical appraisal, Captain. We did make numerous mistakes.
That's what being human is about, Spock. We aren't machines. We're imperfect and proud of it.
I had noticed that, Doctor, from a cursory glance at your history. Indeed, given the number of errors that humanity has made.
The challenge, Mr. Spock, is to learn from your mistakes and make yourself a better person. It's something we can do on our next mission.
Want to bet?
Warp Factor 2 to our next destination, Mr. Sulu.
I mean, I only built like 5 red shirts, and they give me 53%. That's rude. What, no outro music?
Very few people have the ability to fire up our imaginations and make us think about the human condition. Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, was one of those people. He took us where no man has gone before and beyond. He created a starship, its crew, and an entire universe, and brought them to life for millions of people. Without Gene, there would have been no Star Trek computer game or a Star Trek television series. Gene Roddenberry, born 1921, died 1991. We honor your memory.
So, what did we think of Star Trek 25th Anniversary? I really did enjoy it in the end. I now remember why I got so confused in the first place. Because it's not necessarily clear what you need to interact with at what time. The problem I have is that it's very linear, so that if you forget or miss to pick something up, quite often you can't go back and get it. You need to restart that mission all over again, which is quite annoying to say the least. Things that are on the floor or on walls, clickable objects aren't necessarily apparent that they're clickable, that they need to be looked at and studied or need to be picked up. It would have been nice if there was more of a highlight around them or something, but that's just me. Perhaps I was meant to click everywhere on the screen at all times, and I didn't. As for the storylines, they're actually really good. They do feel like episodes of Star Trek. As I said in the very first episode of this series, it really is the 4th season that never got made. The characters feel true to their TV counterparts. Most of the voice acting is passable, although it does feel like William Shatner is phoning it in a bit as James T. Kirk. He's got some really sassy lines, and he just doesn't sell them that often. You can tell he's just reading from a script and earning some money. And there are other characters that were woefully underused. I think all Chekhov says was arming weapons.
It's where they keep the nuclear vessels. Nuclear vessels.
And Sulu gets a couple of lines about shields, and Scotty just complains about his poor ship. And Uhura just says hailing frequencies open. If you're looking for something that revolves around the main 3 characters, then this game is for you. If you're looking for something that extends the other characters of the series, you're not going to get it from this game. They play a very, very minimal role. But saying that, I really did enjoy it. So is it worth buying? I'd say yes, if you like Star Trek, most definitely. If you like retro games, again, yes, it's not the most intuitive, it's not the prettiest of games, but it is fun. And you'll also be helping keep alive a game that is over 30 years old. Although, as I've said before, I'm convinced that the 1990s were 10 years ago. What did you think of Star Trek 25th Anniversary? Have you played it? If so, how did you get on? How many red shirts did you kill? I think I only did 2, which is, good going for the Starship Enterprise if we think about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know any other old games that I should look into playing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot, and it does help get the video out to more people. And until next time, my nudes, let's boldly go.